Western Mass News is your local sports authority. The Patriots in action tonight, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers as they continue their lackluster season, having lost 10 games so far and winning only 2. Good Thursday evening, everyone. Welcome to Western Mass News 11 at 11. I'm Chris Pisano. Western Mass News reporter Olivia Hickey joins us live in studio after speaking with some local Pats fans. And Olivia, what are they saying tonight?
Chris, fans I spoke with before the game weren't optimistic about coming home with a win, but they are hoping to see a better record next season. When the New England Patriots play, their fan base is usually ready to go, crowding local bars with cheers.
We would be really busy if the team was competitive.
At the Rumble Seat Bar and Grill in Chicopee, this hasn't been the case. What does your bar sound like now during a Pats game?
I mean, honestly, it's disappointment.
Bar owner and Patriots fan Bill Stetson says business is going well since they offer a large variety of games. But New England fans haven't been showing up in droves like previous seasons. Some quick stats for you. This season, the Pats have lost 5 consecutive games, 10 in total. The team hasn't had a record like this since 1992. And since legendary quarterback Tom Brady left in 2019, the team's combined record sits at 27-35.
From a bar's perspective, it's been even more disappointing. It's usually something that gets people together.
Fans like Brandon Kubik tell Western Mass News ahead of the game they don't think the odds of a victory are in the favor of the Patriots.
25% chance. Hopefully they can draft a good quarterback early and rebuild.
I love the team, but I'm also a realist, and I also want them to get a franchise quarterback right now so that next year can be a lot better than this year.
And the game tonight is still going on. It looks like it's coming down to the wire with under 5 minutes left. Pats led 21-18, but the Steelers are right on their heels. Reporting in studio, Olivia Hickey, Western Mass News.